Hey there, my friend. So, if you were following along a little while ago, you might wonder where the hell I went. I just disappeared just like that. And I made a post about that just a couple of moments ago, so you can go ahead and check that out. But I had to follow an impulse inside of me that social media was just distracting me from something much deeper, a much deeper purpose that I was here to serve. And I didn't really know what it was, but I found that even though people were saying beautiful things on social media, you know, positivity and negativity in terms of comments and reactions to me was all enslaving. It's like I started to want to do things just because I felt like it was what people wanted me to do, say things that I thought it was what people wanted me to say. And I realized that I was getting less and less authentic and less attached to my deepest truth of what I'm here to bring to people, what I'm here to bring to people's lives. And so what I ended up doing, if you've been following along, you know this, but a couple of months ago, I just sold all my stuff, made a couple of phone calls from the beach in Panama City, Florida, and got rid of my apartment, sold all my stuff, sold my car over the phone, and then just kept traveling and kept going. So now I'm in California. I've been in Fresno for a month and really realized that it was time for me to go off social media, to get clear on what it is that I'm doing, because I'm following some kind of momentum coming through me. It's not really like a conscious decision to do all this in my life anymore. It's much more of I'm just following what's happening to me, what's coming through me. I feel like I'm kite surfing through my life almost. So I realized it's time to go off of social media. You know, it's time to get clear, go deep, and really feel in. And I did that. And I was standing in the shower asking myself, what is it? How do I explain what I do for people? You know, how, if you are to brand yourself, you know, I don't want to put myself in a box, but for more people to understand what I do, they have to be able to tell each other what it is. And I realized that it's not just connection in people. It's not just meditation. It's not just introspection. It's not intuition. It's not any of that stuff. It's really the one human skill that needs to be developed in order to explore all of those dimensions of your reality, which is courage, but not external courage, not outside courage. It's actually inner courage to go inside of yourself and explore the fear of authenticity, the fear of being real, the fear of being you, the fear of crying, the fear of facing your childhood traumas so that you can wade into life as a human being that's able to accept your adulthood, you know? And so I realized that it's inner courage. And I really went deep and redid my whole website, started writing a book, and did all of this stuff centered around inner courage, centered around instead just teaching exactly that. Look, we're all human. We're all, and our experiences of life are terrifying when you don't realize who you are underneath the good and the bad happening. So that's really my deepest goal now, is to guide people to this place of certainty, this inner truth, this inner love, this inner courage underneath everything. So I went ahead and started a book. I'm not totally done, but as I'm working on it, I'm still offering to give it away in terms of a pre-order capacity for free. The link is in the description of my previous post, so check that out. It's just innercouragebook.com/free. But yeah, if you ever want to get rid of all of your stuff and disappear, you'll find that new people come into your life and old people fall away from your life, and that's okay. You'll find that Shakespeare was doggone right when he said nothing is good nor bad, but thinking makes it so. That as you're watching life go by and just doing what feels right, good happens and bad happens, and up happens and down happens, and night happens and day happens, but none of it really has any power in either of those polarities until you decide to give it power with your belief system, with your thinking. And so you can look at anything happening in your life and just decide for yourself what it's going to mean, what it's going to be. And that's power, because when you realize that you can look at something and change it in your life, you can look at your beliefs, you can look at your body, you can look at your life situation and change it, then you can't be any of those things, that you must be something separate from all of those things. If you could change your relationships and change the way you perceive the love in your life, then you aren't your relationships and you aren't your love in your life. So what's left? like, who are you? You know, this biggest question that we all could answer for ourselves. Who are you? Exploring it, I mean, I can't tell you who you are, but exploring it and coming to a feeling of inner certainty around that is like the core most important thing that we should all do before we wade into anything. So that was a big part of me stepping aside and saying, before I make any more progress in a direction that may or may not be me, let me find out exactly who I am and what I'm here to do and how I'm here to serve people before moving in any direction in particular. So I recommend that everybody actually does that. Go on this inner journey of exploring who you are, stepping through your fear, and empowering this place of truth inside of you, and then bringing it out and realizing your value. And that's exactly why I wrote the book, Inner Courage. That's literally the subtitle, Step Through Fear, Empower Your Truth, and Realize Your Value, because inside of all of us lives a glorious well of potential, possibility, gifts that the whole world wants to see. But until we step through our fear, our layer of nobody wants to hear this, our layer of I'm not good enough, our layer of maybe I should wait until X, Y, or Z to step into my deepest love thing, until you step through all those fears, or your fear of public speaking or being seen, whatever, until you step through all those fears, the world doesn't see your gifts. And whatever your highest vision for your life is, requires you to be more value in the world. You know, give a lot of value so you get a lot of value back. If you want to be rich but you're scared to be seen, you got a problem, right? Unless you want to win a lottery, but good luck. And life is not about getting rich, but prosperity always happens in proportion to how much of you let into the world. So if you're hiding and being small, I wanted to write this book to clarify what happens between 0 and 1, or, you know, like nothing and just do it. Like there's all this motivational advice for us to just leap into our dreams. And you learn a lot when you do it that way, but I've come to find that after I've leapt into the wrong things, like a couple of the wrong businesses that I started years ago, I come to find that like the inner work that I did once I realized I had really fucked up was way more important to me. And so I'm like, why don't I just teach people to do all this inner work first before they launch into the wrong businesses, which ultimately cost me like 50 grand and 4 extra years, where I could have been jumping into my truth if I had known the systematic process of stepping into your own inner certainty and inner wisdom, and like making sure your compass stops swiveling. You know, it's almost like we shake up our compasses and then look at it while it's still shaking and then just go in that direction. But how about you set it on a table and breathe and relax so that your compass swivels and you know which direction north is, and you know who you are and you know what direction to go. And then whatever that is, you just walk slowly and certainly on the path towards your dreams, your ultimate fulfillment, who you really are. It's a way better way to do things. And unfortunately, many entrepreneurs don't do that. I know, because I was in a tech accelerator program surrounded by them, and it's all about what the market wants, what the market needs, what people want, what can make money, and it's all a bunch of horse shit, because none of that's sustainable if you don't love it from the deepest place in you. And what are you going to love from the deepest place of you? The thing that's an extension of you. So find what's an extension of you by first finding who you are, and then whatever you do is going to change the world, because it's so authentic, it's so real, and it's so beautiful, and it's sustainable because you love it, because it's who you are. So this is what I've been working on, this system. I've got it honed, but I want to make sure, so when you sign up for the book, the innercourage.com/free, there's just a 2-question survey, and when you answer those questions, they'll have give me a lot more certainty on exactly what the challenges are that you experience. So I'll actually write the book and the course that I'm doing alongside of it. I'll write the book and course tailored to exactly what it is that you struggle with, what you're looking for, so that it serves you better, ultimately. Because each one of us, you know, we have special gifts and we resonate with different kinds of people. And so the people who resonate with me, I want to make sure that I'm solving your problems and filling your needs and really speaking directly to your soul when I write this book, so that it has the most value, so that I can stop as many people as possible from having the same mistake of, 50 G's in 4 years, a whole bunch of credit card debt, and then like an immense uncertainty as you step into the entrepreneurial journey towards your dreams. So, and even if it's not an entrepreneurial journey, like just knowing who you are is extraordinarily valuable when you move into a relationship. Like when you start any major project in life, doesn't have to be a business, but if you start a new project of like a promotion or a new project of a new relationship, whatever it is, when you start that project, it's really important to know who you are first. So that's what this book is all about. exploring the inner world. It's an entire new dimension outside of what we're taught. You know, we're taught that the world is just this outside thing and that you'll find fulfillment somewhere in it, but it's never true. It's never true. It's fun. You'll find bliss and excitement, of course, when you wade into the outer world. And that's what I'm traveling all over the world now, so of course that's what I do and I enjoy. But what's more important is what happens on the inside. Because you can satisfy your tastes, you can satisfy your desires, you could satisfy your to-do list, your checklists for how life's supposed to be. You can do all that stuff, but none of it is really bliss. None of it is joy until you deeply explore who you really are, which is entirely a spiritual journey, which is entirely a journey towards your deepest truth, and how to navigate meditation and how to navigate life itself from the inside out. So that's why I wrote the book, my friend. Feeling really refreshed and certain and driven, coming back into social media, and I've been filming videos like every other day during this month, so I've got like 13 of them edited and ready to roll, so you'll be seeing those coming. And if you enjoy what I've been putting out, then please share those videos so that they can reach more and more people. And go ahead and message me if there's any way I could serve you in particular, of course. If you got any questions, comments, or concerns, or you just want to tell me to go F myself, you know, whatever. Just make sure that your deepest concerns are voiced, you know. But anyways, hope you have a great rest of your day, my friend. And I'll talk to you soon. Take care.